Well, I worked 1 day last week and 1 day this week, and that's
Daddy! Daddy!
What?
My iPhone.
They were.
Yeah.
Joshua?
Here, let me get one. No. Yeah, look there what he did.
Wow.
Wow. You better smile.
Did you learn that in school?
Not this.
He's not.
You got our attention to tell us that?
Huh?
You got our attention to tell us that?
Yes.
Blah, blah.
Wasn't so bad last night, but this morning was a little difficult. But
Yacher's in my room.
yeah, and I gotta tell you, I was
with a pillow
typing
on my face.
you know, on his computer, and he's
Yeah, I
over
got
he was talking in his sleep several times. You know, just kept talking, and
Thank you.
I was just trying to listen to you. He's kind of unintelligible. Whatever the word is, she can't understand it. But this one time he said, Mama, and I said, what? And he said, I got to tell you this. He said, I came in here just a minute ago and, wait a minute. I'm not dreaming. And by then I started laughing. I said, what? Tell me. He said, my computer was talking to me. And it said, get your hands off of me. And it was real scary. Okay, so anyway, this might take about 5 or 7 minutes, Trita, but it'll be worth it. It's got his last year's funnies and uh-ohs and all of that.
And this is all about Zachary.
This is all about Zachary.
So get out in the middle and do that so we can watch you while we hear it. Oh, don't hit the fan, though.
Dear Zachary, 2 years old, my goodness. I'm going to...
Okay, tell the cameraman what you're doing so I don't cut your head off there.
Oh, do I need to?
No, that's fine.
It's hard to believe... Y'all remember that later. Okay. It's hard to believe that it was 2 years and 9 months ago that Dad came walking into the living room of our apartment carrying my EPT stick and smiling. I said, it better not be pink. When I think back to that day, it makes me laugh. I was a little weary after having 2 children in 2 years, and I was thinking that no way was I ready to do it again. No talking.
This is why it's going to take 5 to 7 minutes to read.
Okay, no talking. And no horn blowing. Chris, stop it. But as always, God knew just what he was doing. His ways are higher than our ways, and his timing is perfect. You have been an incredible blessing to our lives. I can't imagine my life without you. Thank God for pink sticks. The first year of your life was so wonderful. You were the best baby I had. Your countenance was radiant with peace and contentment. I know God specifically placed you forth in our family. Knowing otherwise, I simply would not have survived. However, as I sit here a year later, it's hard to remember what those days were like. Everyone kept saying, he's so sweet now because he's saving it up for later. I gave reprimands to anyone who spoke those words, but it didn't help. It was almost exactly after 1 year of life that a new Zachary Thomas began to emerge. I don't mean to imply that you were no longer my sweet and precious baby. You were just as sweet as you always were, just not as often. For instance, being the youngest of our 4 boys is a challenge. Although your brothers are loving and supportive for the most part, on occasion you had to fight for your rights, especially with Caleb. As you turned a year old, you learned to hit. I would say, don't hit, Zachary, love, and I would demonstrate how to give love to the one you were hitting. You enjoyed giving love. The only problem was that you thought you had to hit the person first before you could love them. Chris was the one who endured the majority of your love. You knew better than to hit Caleb and stick around. You would hit him and run. Caleb also taught you your first dirty word, stupid. Even though you were 2 years younger, you could do it just like him. You'd stand there with your arms folded in front of you, feet planted firmly on the ground, giving the dirtiest look you could muster up. You would say, stupid, while you twisted your upper body away from your victim. I wasn't sure I would ever be able to break you of that one. I tried everything. I spanked you, ignored you, even laughed at you a few times, but to no avail. Once you did it to your Grandma Deanie. Luckily, she didn't understand what you said, so your brother Chris informed her.
So you're still alive.
Since you had no idea what the word meant anyway, I convinced you to say goofy instead of stupid. Unfortunately, though, both words sounded a lot alike, and you would still say it with the same attitude as when you said stupid. So the change of words didn't do much good, but it was all I could think of. You finally lost interest in it and quit. One of Aunt Vicky's fondest memories of this last year was the time she came to watch a movie with us. We were all in the den. I think we were watching Independence Day. Aunt Vicky was sitting on the floor in front of the couch. She was wearing her hair in a ponytail with one of those scrunchies on top of her head. You were sitting in her lap, loving and playing with her, when all of a sudden you ripped the scrunchie right out of her hair. Aunt Vicky laughed and put it back in. But it was so much fun, you did it again, and again, and again. Each time she would put her hair back up in the scrunchie so you could come rip it out again. I'm not sure who had more fun that night, you or Aunt Vicky. When someone would do something that you didn't like, you'd say, hey. That was a little brave coming from a 1-year-old, don't you think? When you would get caught and you knew you were in trouble, you would turn on your old charm and very sweetly say, hi. That's about all the honoring things that I can remember. I guess you didn't run your reputation too bad. You said Mom and Dad at 8 months old. What at 13 or 14 months old? Ooh, cool came along next. Then upbeat or hold me. You could say Joshua and Zachary very clearly when you were little. A ball was a balt. A weenie was a weedy. Your favorite breakfast was a Pop-Tart, a pop tube. When I would give you a cookie or snack or something, you would repeat as you had heard your brother say, I want 2 of them, except it came out, I want 2 wom-wom. Ha-oh was ha-ope or ha-oop, whatever suited you at the time. Thank you was sankum, and your welcome was sankum.
Mom.
Yes.
Okay.
Here, I'll give you a drink in my Coke. Come here.
All drinks were Coke, even water. Soon, the brothers became Foff, K-Boo, and Crick. Grandma was Grammy, Debbie was Debbie, and Vicky was Vicky. Leanne and Cheryl were just as they are. You didn't walk until you were 15 and a half months old. Summer '96, when you were only 10 and 11 months old, playing outside had its challenges. I would have to dress you in jeans so that you could crawl around and play. However, you did love to swing. We have one of those baby swings with a guard in front. Chris would go outside with you and push you as long as you wanted. Once he pushed you until you fell asleep. I have a picture of that one. This summer, summer '97, was a lot more fun for you. You especially loved swimming in our little pool. At first, you were hesitant to get in with the boys, but eventually you tried it and loved it. Joshua and Caleb would stand back on the patio and I would have to say, on your mark, get set, go. And away they would run and jump, splashing into the pool. Well, as usual, anything they did, you had to do too. I'd say, on your mark, get set, go. You would run as fast as your little legs would carry you. Just as you got up to the pool, you would stop and put one leg in and then gently fall in. I'm sure in your little mind you were running just as fast and splashing just as big as your brothers. Got that on video too. As I just mentioned, you would try anything and everything your brothers did. They loved for you to chase them around the house. Because you and Caleb were closest in age, there seemed to be more aggression between you two. Nothing unnatural or unhealthy though. You and Joshua, on the other hand, shared many precious and fun times. Joshua was very protective of you. If Caleb hit you, he would either tell me or Dad or hit him back. He had no trouble showing his love for you. However, as you and Caleb are both getting older, there has been a lot less hitting and more playing. You love to watch him play Cool Mario, which is Mario 64. You say, Doki Doki, just like Mario does. I love it when y'all play together. It gives Caleb a chance to be a good big brother like Chris and Josh. He's doing better and better. Of course, you and Chris are a different story. You won't even let him rest his arm on your car seat. I think you pull each other's strings, if you know what I mean. I just can't say enough about what a wonderful father you have. He enjoys the sound of his children's laughter so much that he would play all day with you guys if he could. He loves to wrestle in the floor with you. He lays you on your back, puts his hand under your neck and shoulders, and lifts up just enough so that he can kiss and tickle under your chin. You almost can't stand it. He has always been able to find the most ticklish spot on all of you boys. You think that if he's laying on the floor, that it's your invitation to crawl all over him. You have no mercy. Joshua loves for you to do it to him too. Of course, Caleb's got to join in on the fun too. However, that makes me a little nervous when you crawl all over Caleb. At this stage of the game, he only outweighs you by 4 or 5 pounds. Since you were little bitty, you have loved to eat. One of your first words was nummy nummy. You would be sitting in your high chair, and when you would see me coming with your food, I could hear you go, mmm. One day after we had eaten Grandy's chicken, you came walking outside with a chicken bone in your mouth. Not the meaty part. Chris had already eaten all of the meat off. You were chewing on the end of it, enjoying yourself tremendously. That's when Dad started calling you chicken bone. I'm so grateful for our video camera, because these next 2 incidents have been captured on film. I could probably send either one of them into America's Funniest Home Videos and win myself a trip to Hollywood. The first one took place on a Saturday morning. You were sitting at the dining room table eating a bowl of Lucky Charms. Well, kind of. After you had eaten all of the marshmallows out of the bowl, you were through eating. So, what else can you do with a bowl of cereal? First, you throw it all over the table. Then you take handfuls of the milk-soaked cereal and put them on top of your head. That's when Mom comes in and catches you. I get the picture camera and Dad gets the video camera zooming in on the milk now dripping down your face. I thought I would die. Next, and not quite as messy, was at the same high chair, same table, different menu. You had eaten about 4 chicken nuggets and nothing flat and were now working on your French fries. It was apparently close to nap time because although you were thoroughly enjoying your French fries, you couldn't seem to keep your eyes open. You were falling asleep while continuing to eat. Dad is sitting opposite of you, filming the whole thing. You are completely oblivious to all of us watching you, trying our hardest not to laugh. You never did fall completely asleep, but it wasn't because you didn't want to. At 20 months of age, all of a sudden you developed this attachment to your blanket and pacifier. All of a sudden, I mean one morning when you got up out of your bed, when I got you out of your bed, you reached for them. I thought it was kind of cute, so I gave them to you. It lasted about 2 or 3 months. You called your blanket a BB and your pacifier a yucky because I called it a sucky. One night before bed, I couldn't find your sucky, so you fussed about 5 minutes and went to sleep. From then on, even after we found it, as far as you knew, it was lost. And that was the end of that. In 1996, when we went on our family vacation, Nanny, Papa, and Aunt Cheryl took care of you for Daddy and I. They taught you pat a cake. You have a very special way of doing it. When it gets to the part about roll 'em up, you not only roll your hands in a circular motion, you also rotate your chin back and forth. It's the funniest thing. You still do it, and of course I encourage it. This year on the 4th of July, we had Nanny and Papa Duggan over for his birthday dinner. Grandma Deanie and Grandpa Charlie were there too. All day and evening long, you jabbered continuously about the firecrackers you were hearing. I kept thinking of how excited you would be to see the fireworks that night. We went and sat in Grandma and Grandpa's driveway to watch the fireworks at the college. I was holding you in my lap. It didn't get dark until 9:30 or 10. Just as the first ones went up, I looked down at you anxious to see your reaction, but you had waited all you could wait. Sleep had overtaken the excitement, and you were gone. Oh well, I thought, maybe next year. One of my favorite times of you boys growing up is when you learn to talk and actually communicate. For some reason, yes is not part of your natural vocabulary. Everything to you is no. To find out if you mean no or yes, we have to listen to the way you say no. For instance, if it's with a smile, it's yes. Like, Zachary, you want a cookie? And you say, I taught you how to say, I love you, Mama. But then when I tried to get you to say, I love you, Daddy, all that would come out was, I love you, Mama. Of course, I didn't mind that. And it wasn't long until you learned to say it to Daddy, too. I love teaching you where your eyes and nose and mouth were. You learned really quick. But when I would point to your hair, you would say hat. That was understandable. I know it's going to be hard to believe, but there were times this last year when I needed to retreat into my bedroom or my bathroom and be by myself. If I didn't lock the doors, I would have an audience. At least one, but usually 2. Sometimes 3, and I think once I did entertain 4 while sitting on the pot. But if I seriously needed some time to be alone, I would lock the doors. Of course, then I would hear these little knocks, or in Caleb's case, bamming. And I would say, who is it? Then I would hear a little voice reply, me. And and then I would know which one it was. One day, while on a 5-minute retreat, I answered a knock with the usual, "Who is it?" And I hear the usual, "Me." I said, "What do you need?" And the voice replied, "Me." So somewhat amused, I said, "I'll be out in a minute." And sure enough, my little visitor said, "Me." Zachary, you sure make me laugh. Your daddy loves to play games with you, and one of his favorite games is Love Me. Daddy will hold you in his arms and say, "Love me." He then squeezes you with a hug and holds your head down on his shoulder. You just smile and laugh. One day, while in Daddy's arms, you threw your tiny arms around his big neck and laying your head on his shoulder, you said, "Love me." This summer, as you approached your 2nd birthday, we moved you out of your baby bed and into the big boys' bed to share their bedroom, so that we could use your bedroom as a schoolroom. You felt so big. That first night, as I was switching your stuff over, you would lay on their bed and holding your blanket, you would tell me, "Back on." You wanted me to cover you up and you bed with your blanket, so I would. Of course, you would lay there all of 30 seconds until you were back up playing in your new room. Then soon after, I would hear you again, "Back on." You did so good with the transfer to the big bed. However, it was so exciting being in your big brother's bed that at times you found it hard to go to sleep. Daddy would tell you, "Close your eyes." Obediently, you would close your eyes so tight that your mouth would come open. Then Daddy would say, "Close your mouth." Again, you would obediently close your mouth, but then your eyes would open again. Daddy had you do that a few times a day just for the fun of it. Zachary, every mother enjoys watching her children grow, as I have you these last 2 years. What a joy and an honor, not to mention what fun it has been. Just the other night, as Joshua and Caleb were laying in mine and Daddy's bed watching a movie, I saw you come in. You climbed up on the bed and crawled in between the two of them. You insisted on a pillow and a blanket. As you lay there with your arms folded behind your head, just like your brother's, I knew you were feeling as big as ever, and I was proud for you. You're finding your place in this world, and what better place to be than surrounded by big brothers who love you and care for you. But I couldn't help feeling a little selfish, too, wishing and wanting you to stay my baby just a little while longer. It seems as though these last 2 years have gone by much too fast. As I looked at you again a little closer this time, I realized that amidst all the fun, you had fallen fast asleep. Somehow this time you didn't look so big. I cherished the moment as if it were frozen in time. If the Lord tarries, I know that someday your size will likely overwhelm mine. And as all mothers know, even then you will still be my baby. I am overwhelmed with joy for having the privilege of being your mother.
I heard Jake play
Me. Zachary, you do it. No, you do it.
that. Good.
Woo. Great.
He knows just what to do.
Yeah. All right.
You just go on TV chewing up that tennis shoe.
Zachary.
Jack Rice was telling me about some of the jobs.
Is that good?
One of those drummers.
That's what Grandma and Grandpa got you.
Okay, he's impatient, but he's gonna let him.
You don't look like you
Taking
leave
turns.
shoes out.
He's gonna do it with his hand.
Yeah.
You like that, Caleb? Look at that.
John Bill paid for that.
Can he try it? Can Caleb try it?
He lets you try it.
Can Caleb try
Zachary, open it. Open it. I'm gonna open it.
No, let him open it so I can.
Cool.
Okay, that's enough. We're gonna let him do the rest. Zachary, take it off.
Take that back off.
What is it?
What is it?
Don't.
Zachary.
Back off.
Zachary.
Oh, my
Can I have it? Can I have it?
You'll
That's
get your turn
Zachary.
playing with it. You sure will.
Hey, I'll play this. Nah, I'll play this.
Embarrassing, Mom. You didn't play it. I think he was supposed to bring 2 batteries.
Zachary.
Yeah, but you left that and left it in the water.
Yeah, we'll open it up.
David and Judith picked it out.
Zachary, open this. Zach, open this.
I'm working on it, sweetie. You can't have it, but you can play with it.
Okay.
Zachary, look.
Is there 2 of them?
I want two.
Is there 2 of them?
No, that one's the horse. They pulled the camper trailer last time.
Really?
Yeah.
I want you to know Caleb has been throwing fits about trailers when we go on the highway and stuff.
Caleb,
Now, wait, and then can I?
Larry, let me see that knife for you and I'll flip it again.
This
Still likes the drums pretty good though.
Ever since we went and visited Liam and he played the Phil's drums,
oh, is that what it was?
he gets out that old drum of Chris's and carries it around and plays it. He beat a crack in it.
Where?
Can you unplug it out of the wall?
Hi, how y'all doing? Everybody back in school yet?
It's not like my ass. I'm playing with footsteps, but he has to stay on.
Did you see this? Can I get a kiss and hug from you?
He's coming in here.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Zachary. Happy birthday to you.
Well, you can't laugh.
And
No,
I saw your car one time we passed
Do it again.
No,
Touch it,
don't touch
baby.
it. Yeah, blow it, go.
the ones in the where you.
I want a piece. I want a piece on the right-hand side of the cake.
yeah, John
Lay
Deere.
it down, set it down where it's...
Yeah.
I can't believe I'm going to dinner.
But don't cut it down.
Say you're 2.
I don't want you to get
I was only there 4 days and I did my
Drums it. You probably have to fight for it, 'cause Billy's playing.
Oh, it is that
Are you
good?
good
Can
on
I
it?
have it?
Yeah, she, Angela, that's
Yeah. That's what Jake was. He sat down and he did it.
Happy birthday.
Yeah. You get it, you do it. Okay, what? See, yeah.
What's in there?
Hold on, I'm trying to get the cake.
He's gonna go to Kathy. Sidetrack with you.
Hey, Dad!
She's telling me it's dancing like I don't know. Yesterday.
She is now officially a singing Blue Angel.
Take our picture. Hey,
Let's don't do that anymore. Zachary said, rabbit. Let's don't do that anymore, Josh.
Fake cry. Don't gag yourself.
Rabbit.
Don't. Quit. You're going to make yourself throw up. Quit.
Oh, that's fake.
He just closed his eyes.
Show me fake.
Poo-poo.
Show me fake.
Poo-poo.
Show me fake.
Poo-poo. Mama, film me. Mama, can you film me a little bit?
Get your balloon and show me your balloon tricks.
Okay, where? I want a green one. I have to use a green one. That's more or less for the green. Fake.
What was that, Zachary?
Fake.
Show me.
Fake.
Mm.
I know what you're doing.
That's how you get that,
Well,
that red
think
balloon.
about it. Your hand is
That
right
guy had
directly
that red
behind my
balloon.
head. I looked
That
at you
guy
and
had
you're
that
smiling
red
at me
balloon.
and you said,
That guy had that red balloon.
you were making
I'm
my
ready,
hair.
Mama. Dad! Mama, I'm ready.
Yeah, like he wouldn't do something like that.
Dad! Dad!
Okay, I'm ready.
Thank you for the bread. Well, please. Thank you for the bread. Oh, you Zachary! Zachary! Ooh!
Show me how. There you go. Uh-oh.
There you go. There.
Good.
I can't sit down when I put up right in the air. Dad, watch this. I can't sit. Watch this, Dad.
She also would like to thank God and her family for always being there for her and supporting her in everything that she did.
Mama, does one particular user just access what did you do aggressive? Maybe because Jason and Andrew hate each other.
Rebecca Long is a senior and she's the daughter of Darrell and Linda Long, granddaughter of Richard and Levon Vermillion. At school, she is involved in the National Honor Society, FBLA, FHA, Key Club, Student Council, Jet Club, Senior Council, Captain of the Cheerleading Squad. After she graduates from high school, her plans are to attend Baylor University and medical school. Shift program, Science Club, and Math Day. After she graduates from high school, her plans are to attend Wichita Baptist University and obtain an accounting degree. She wants to thank my friends, Becky, Jennifer, and April, for being there for me. You all are the best. Deanna Dibble, Mona Crawford Meyer, and Steve Meyer, grandson of Hank and Judy Higgins. At school, he's involved in DECA, choir for 3 years, peer tutoring, fireman's post, and football. After he graduates from high school, his plans are to apply to become a fireman while attending OSU Tech, specializing in medical and fire safety related courses and completing his degree at OSU. He hopes to eventually become an arson investigator. Matt Duggan, the son of Tom and Kathy Duggan, grandson of Earl and Lucille Duggan. At school, he's been involved in football, and after he graduates from high school, his plans are to go to college and pursue some area in athletics. Jason Elsie, son of James Elsie and Tammy Segura, grandson of Carol and Carolyn Cox, and at school, he's been involved in football as well as DECA. After he graduates from high school, his plans are to go to college.
Did y'all holler for John?
Travis Greenstaff is the son of Bobby Greenstaff and Pam Greenstaff. At school, he's been in...
All right, John.
Hey,
Did you really bring it?
next, yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's just because
What do
I
we do
know
now?
you.
Sing happy birthday, gifts and presents each at the same time.
Okay, we're gonna sing happy birthday?
Yeah.
Or does that not go first?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear birthday.
Okay.
What are you gonna do, presents
Yeah, we'll
first?
let Kelly go first. Is that okay?
Yeah, let's let Kelly go first.
Tear your presents. Tear into them, baby. Who's this present from? This is from Mom and Dad.
I bet what this is.
I bet what this is. What do you bet? What are you betting?
Get
with?
me.
What are you thinking?
Oh, I get numbers. And ABCs too. Yeah.
For the bathtub.
Stick it on the wall, on the tile on the wall.
Oh, they stick to the wall? Yeah.
Oh, you can learn how to do your letters.
Look, they stick on the wall. I know, I ain't gonna play with you.
Cool.
Yeah, if I open them.
Jackie could have had fun with them this
Yeah,
morning.
he could have had those all in the mirror.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'll bring other
If you want to move over to where I was,
This is from Brooklyn and Grandma Lou and Uncle Sean.
Open it. I see what it is.
No, don't tell what it is.
I'm done.
Oh, she said see what it is.
No!
Yeah, you can.
Do I have to open my another one?
Yeah, that red one right
All of
there.
them.
This
That
is
red one,
real
open the red one.
party.
That one that Brooklyn's
Open
doing.
this one?
Yeah, open it.
I don't have a seat. Look how
I'm trying
fast.
to get a good face
You
on
got
it.
some
Where did you get a check on
What
that?
is it?
Crutch.
Tap. It's fasting.
It's what?
There. Nick, it's cut the wood. The movie, we already got the movie. It's fasting.
Well, you have to take it back.
Yeah,
Right
let you pick another one out, okay? But Grandma picked a good one, didn't she?
Yeah, we already have this one.
That's
Which one is it?
Dunstan checks
Open
in.
this one? Mama, I have to open
Yeah,
this
open that one.
Yes. Okay.
You want
Open
to
it.
Can you say thank you, Grandma?
Thank you, Grandma. We can't find it, so we'll take it.
Oh, they do.
Grandma, Taylor's talking to you.
What?
Oh, thanks.
You're welcome.
It's another hot one. Yeah. You want to see
What
what
kind is
color it is? Yellow.
Brooklyn, Brooklyn.
Open it. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
No,
I looked through the eye.
Baby.
Oh, that is so cool.
Let's stick in a wall. Let's stick in a wall.
Yeah.
What's that?
Sorry, baby.
That is going to be so much fun. You are being so
Whoa.
nice.
Look at it. She got two.
Who is that?
She's
Cheeseburgers.
Chris, it's hard being patient with it.
Oh, I bet it is.
Oh, it's a monster van.
Monster bag.
Cheeseburger.
I have to open this one. My bag. Open it. I'll open it.
That's, you can put a kind of,
I'll help you open it. No, I'll open it. No, Josh!
What's that now?
I can open it.
You can look at the map.
I have to open it. Stay.
Oh, man.
Baby, turn
well, I
around.
was waiting for his mouth to go.
I know, it
Pull the trigger. Pull the trigger.
Well,
did. This Caleb.
Who got a mess?
Well, we picked it out, but it's from Grandma Jeannie.
But we're taking the batteries out of it.
I thought it was probably Vicky who got that.
Glad you do, if you'll hang on a
Yeah,
second.
take the battery.
Vicky was really classically known for doing that, like noisy or like indoor roller skate.
If I can open it.
Uh-huh.
Whoa! Look! Another one.
blasters.
Another one.
now you can share.
Yeah, for me.
Grace said, I think we're going to find out we should have bought it.
Dad.
Yeah, I think so. Chris says,
Yeah. Hey, Caleb, let's finish
We
up.
can all have going all at once.
Who's or who, Chris?
Chris, you're being pretty patient over there.
It's fake.
Oh man, this is
He's really
not
good.
easy.
Come on, hurry up.
Dad.
look at that nice paper. It's got color under on the bottom.
I can see it.
Flowers on the inside.
What is it?
Oh, are you okay?
Mom,
He's all right.
it hurt. Oh, wow. What? There's something in there. Oh. It's a big straw. Wow. It's like that last time we had that shower. Now you've got one, Caleb. Look. Yeah, I know.
Can you tell it from Aunt Vicky? What do you say? You're welcome.
Do I get to open some more presents?
Yeah.
Which one's his? It'll take him forever.
Yeah, we can save those.
They're all the same thing.
I want to open them.
You want to let Zachary open one?
Hey, let's see it. Keep them open.
All these are the exact same thing.
What in the world is that? I know all these little ones
Not
are
the
Hot
exact,
Wheels.
they're different.
Yeah. Just look. Another one. You've got 3 more. No, I don't.
We threw some videos of Dave
I have to open
after
that
he
one.
left the show. And he was saying, oh, I wish y'all would have never got that camera, you know. And but this,
Look,
when
Mama.
he was watching videos of Brianna, he's going,
I don't
Brianna,
know what my
she
next
said,
one
"You
is.
will just, you,
Oh man, that's
you'll treasure this someday." Had a whole different attitude about that movie
oh
camera.
baby.
Parenthood.
Oh, baby. Oh, baby.
Oh, baby.
Mom, I get 3 more left.
What are they?
They're still Hot Wheels.
How do you know they're Hot
But
Wheels?
you have to
Well,
open
you
them.
open them.
What do you have to open them for? then?
Green.
You were right. It's the Hot Wheel.
Grandma, what's this? That's a green Hot Wheel. Green Hot Wheel.
Joshua, let Zachary.
Hey, Zachary. Hey, let me have one. Let me have that.
Hey, you're over here opening presents.
Okay. Oh man, a green one. What?
Put it on paper.
Yellow one is that. Brooklyn, after you're done, it's that. Let me have it, okay? I'm opening this present. Darn it. Oh man.
Zachary just saying that. Oh.
truck.
Mom, look! It's a Hot Wheel, Caleb.
Cookie Monster, Jake. Oh,
It's a Hot Wheel.
Oh my goodness, it's a truck that holds Hot Wheels. Look, Caleb. So you put your Hot Wheels in it.
Yeah.
That's neat.
Have to open another one.
She said, yeah, I know. Jake, come over and sell those and there. Because everyone
Oh, look.
Look, got that. I can go over there. The boys kept wanting to keep it small.
Look,
Giant one. TV.
Callie, just you look.
It's a rock that you write cards on.
Yes, here, I'll show you.
That's what they were trying to do.
Oh, man, you are going to have so
Well,
much.
it's kind of like the lay down plan.
Hey, Greg, this is
Roll
the
it.
one I got it.
What is it?
Carpet thing that they
Has a crack on it.
I don't know if we can get that one out yet.
Yeah, you can take that out.
Cool.
See, look, Caleb, it's a little city.
Yeah. It is. I get more Hot Wheels? Yes.
Oh, how do you know it's a Hot
Because
Wheel?
all the little ones are Hot Wheels.
purple one's pretty cool.
Greg, we may need a
Purple and
knife
white
for
one.
us.
Blue and white. That one. Joshua has.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Here, Mom.
Cool.
Look at this one. Wow. Oh,
This will teach you how to
baby.
stop and make the
There you
left-hand
go,
turn.
Chris. Now I don't have to practice driving with you. You can just...
Use your
Oh,
finger.
that's for Chris?
Yeah. Chris.
When he gets his new
Look,
car.
that's the cool thing.
Matter of fact,
It's
There
not
it
that
is.
far away.
My new truck.
Practice with this one. It's got a dozer on it.
My head got me along the truck.
okay, that sack there. Caleb, you got two more sacks. Three. Woo-woo!
Oh, that's why. No, man, I'm glad you got that.
Yeah.
You got that.
Debbie knows what they
You
mean.
did.
Yeah. I seen one of those at Toys
Hey,
R Us,
look.
and I said, hey, man, the kids would love one of
Yeah,
these.
we saw it. We said, yep,
And then you-
that's for Caleb.
You step on that, and the ball comes up, and then you hit it with your
Out of all
bat.
these boys, they need to find someone that
And
can
when
play
it's
baseball
cold,
real
you
good
can do it
and
in
then
the
go
garage.
get rich and
Yeah, that's right.
support them.
Really?
That's what we're counting on. We're gonna document that we bought the baseball thing, you know.
That's not indoor.
Larry,
What?
Indoors.
No, well,
No,
no.
it's outdoor.
Yeah.
yeah, take it out front picture.
Okay, hold on, you got one more sack.
Across the street.
Is
Yeah.
that right?
No, not from across the
I'm not
street.
surprised.
Across the street.
You ready?
Sometimes.
He's always shown that ability, eye hand coordination. Ever since he's real little.
I mean, sometimes it'll be across the street 2 houses down.
Caleb. Let me see that,
That's good.
I'll give it back, okay? Look at the Cowboys and Indians. You got teepees, and look at the Indians' pants. I mean, they're painted.
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
See that? They got black hair, feathers. And then see, then you got cowboys over here with rifles, and there's a stagecoach, and they ride horses.
Yeah.
They
Neato?
get real excited about that.
I know.
He will later when he has time to practice it.
Now he really wants guns.
The mistake was letting him open them guns first.
I know.
Mistake is buying them.
Yeah, you're one to talk.
Okay, Quiz.
It's Chris's turn.
It's your turn.
Right.
Okay, if this says record up in the top right corner, it's okay.
Here's Chris.
Just making sure, because I don't use this one very much.
Open it. See what
Well, everybody's gonna know it too, aren't they?
No,
It's okay to document things like that, because we do.
Probably a pocket
I mean, that's not why it's okay, but.
Looks about that size.
I wonder what that is.
Oh, it's a bottle.
Liar.
Cool.
Who got you that? Who got you that?
We're watching it.
Grandma.
That's a good
Thank you,
movie.
guys.
Have you seen it?
I love this movie.
We get to borrow it.
No.
Yeah, you liked it, didn't you? I forgot.
Yeah, we liked it.
Stop breaking the law!
It's yours, Chris. Open that
computer game.
It's a gobble.
Cool. Well, I'm going to show you. It's a big truck, isn't it?
I had that one before.
What'd you do, shoot yourself?
That guy shot me. Hey, I'm here for
Hi, Zachary. Zachary. Hi, Zachary.
Hey, how we get that? How we get that?
Okay, let me share.
Wow, that's neat.
What?
And then there's something else in the back.
Already in there?
No.
That's what something for him to put his games in.
Yeah, see, now you have to ask for some more games.
It's full of games. Look at that picture. Isn't that neat?
That's what Joshua has. Did I get games in it?
Oh, we did get you a game for your computer.
Oh, do you really?
There's something else in the set.
Taylor, you can share. Hey, what's this?
Cool, another computer game.
That's neat. Pinball game, huh?
Cool.
I bet that's fun.
Looks fun. Cool.
Well, got quiet.
That one is fun.
Huh?
Got quiet
What
when
is
that
it? You
girl.
played it, pinball?
It's fun.
Pinball mania. Another crash sack is neat.
Okay.
Dumber stuff.
Perfect.
Thank you. This is fun.
Mom and Dad.
Thank you, Mom.
Let me guess, you're a Jim Carrey fan.
No, not at all.
No Jim Carrey friend. I'm gonna give you a picture.
You don't know what that is?
I needed this.
A new mouse.
Yeah.
You wouldn't believe everything is geared towards right-handed people, so we had to find everything that was,
That's not a thing.
That's okay.
or that could be either one.
Because on my mouse, I'm used to doing it with my
But
right
now
hand.
they're shaped like your hand, like a right hand. They're like, you know, I mean, you couldn't.
Oh, yeah, they are. Those new ones.
Now maybe I'll do better with fishing games.
Couldn't do much better, could you?
Why?
Because you got the biggest fish already.
Oh, true.
How big was it?
22 pounds.
And he said, he had to call me and say, and how big was that
I
fish
think
you
that's
caught?
one that you picked one because it was set up for right-handed people.
Cool.
So we figured we'd get that one.
Man, Chris, that's an awfully big joist.
Really?
You're going to be able to see your screen? Are you like this?
Can't quite size.
Neither one has shoes on, they're going outside.
Two racetrack, they have CD included.
What is it?
Cool. The joystick.
And it's got the trim control.
Who got you that?
Yeah.
Mom and Dad.
Mom and Dad.
Thank you, Mom.
We were looking at controllers. I'm glad we didn't get one.
Really?
Not that one, but those others. Weird shaped ones.
Yeah.
They have all kinds.
This is very
Hey, Chris.
similar to what that has.
Really?
Well, that's neat.
Okay. Did you?
It's got a racing demo in it too,
It's easy.
doesn't it? See that? The racing demo.
Yep.
You know what, your property might
What?
say.
Program game demo, yeah. Racing game demo.
Well, cool.
We got some movies to watch today, man, don't we?
You have to pick, Chris.
What are they doing, Dad?
We're burying Joshua and all those leaves we got out there.
What? What? You are? Who is that? How can he breathe?
Little Max getting ready to find him though. Wonder who idea that was.
Josh was probably. He's out there laying on my ivy.
The one's next to Katie. See the little...
Oh, yeah. Cute.
Brenda Potter, and her helpers is her husband Lonnie Potter, and Maria Wilson, and Brooke Farrell. So we are going to let them perform for you. It'll be such a treat.
That castle? Is it yours? Yes. Okay. Let me take this. Is that share? Yes. Hey, Zach. Yeah, that one more.
People were looking straight up and then down, to the left and the right, both in country and town. Some faces were watching far out in the sky, believing God's Son would soon be coming by. In Bethlehem, children were snug in their beds, with dreams of olives and figs in their hands. Sheep had just bade their last sleepy bleat, and the shepherds were tired, weary, and beat. When up in the air there arose such a clatter, the shepherds saw angels and asked, "What's the matter?" They jumped to their feet and stood straight and tall, and saw thousands of angels and heard angels call.
Do not be afraid, we bring good news.
It sounded like glory, looked bright as can be. It was hard to believe, it was so hard to see. When what to their wondering eyes did appear, but glory around them so loud and so near. More rapid than eagles, the shepherds then came. Son, Emmanuel the Lord, he is all and each one. When the shepherds saw Jesus, they almost did cry, for Jesus their Savior had surely come by. Far away, wise men stood on some roof, searching the skies for biblical proof. There, each one shouted, out in the east, and they mounted with haste their two-humped beasts. They traveled so long and traveled so far, and followed their hearts and came to the star. Each face of the wise men was grim for a while, then slowly each cheek returned to smile. They saw that God gave his Son to the earth. They took up God's gift, putting theirs down on earth. They spoke not a word as they headed for home. They were thankful to God that Christ Jesus had come. Christ was on earth and old was like new. People now see what our great God can do. Now, when children hurt and grown-ups all worry, when there are deadlines to meet and all is in a hurry, just remember, it's the night before Jesus, from ground to the sky, and Jesus, your Savior, will surely come by.
joyous, and we're excited to present to you the wonderful story of the birth of our Savior, Jesus Christ. We all know the account of how Jesus was born to Mary, who was a virgin, and how he was born in a stable, and how shepherds came in. Well, you know the story. However, I was just thinking, have you ever wondered what it would have been like if God would have chosen 1997 as the year for Jesus to be born into the world? What would it have been like? Well, tonight we're going to tell this awesome story as if it happened today.
What will you have? One cinnamon raisin and one plain. Choose the bank. Right up.
I told you, Rachel, I was away visiting my aunt.
For 3 whole months?
Well, yes. What's wrong with that?
Nothing, I guess. It just seems like a long time to visit your aunt.
Well, not for me. In fact, I wish I could have stayed longer.
Please, what will you have?
Plain bagel and a bottle of water.
3 blueberry bagels with cream cheese and a whole milk.
Okay, coming right up.
See, Aunt Elizabeth and I have a lot in common these days. And that reminds me. Rachel, there's something I need to tell you. Rachel,
Mary, you hate milk, and you're going to eat 3 bagels?
Well, yes, I have been a little hungrier lately.
Yeah, I have noticed an extra pound or 2. Not that you don't look good. You do. In fact, you look great. Kind of different, though. Kind of mature or something.
Really?
Yeah, maybe it's your hair. That's it, your hair. So, what did you do with your aunt? Shop? Go out? Hey, did you meet new guys?
No, nothing like that.
That's right. Joseph, I forgot. Silly me. So, what did you do with your aunt?
Well, Aunt Elizabeth and I just sat around and talked a lot.
For 3 months?
Well, yes, I mean, like I said, we had a lot to talk about.
What could you possibly have in common with her? Elizabeth is so old.
But that's what makes her so special to me. See, up until now, she has had no children of her own.
What do you mean, up until now?
Rachel, didn't you hear? Elizabeth is pregnant. And there's something...
Get out.
It's true. And there's something else, Rachel.
That's like a miracle, isn't it? I mean, at her age.
Miracles do happen, Rachel. In fact...
I bet your Uncle Zach's pretty excited, too.
Yeah, he's speechless.
So, have you seen Joseph since you got back?
No, not yet. Rachel, you're my best friend, right?
Yeah?
And I've got to tell you something, and you have to promise to listen, okay?
Okay.
All right, ladies, here you go.
See, the reason I look different, like you said before, is because of what's inside of me.
I know. It's love in your heart. It's so romantic. You and Joseph walking hand in hand.
Rachel, you said you would listen.
Okay.
It's what's growing inside of me. Do you understand?
No. Mary, that isn't funny.
But it's the truth.
But Mary, you said that you and Joseph were going to wait.
We did wait. Nothing happened with Joseph.
Oh, no. I think I'm going to be sick. I think I'm going to pass out.
Rachel, put your head down. Here, let me listen to your collar.
Water.
Here.
No. I'll be all right.
Rachel, Joseph's not the father, but neither is any other guy.
Oh, come on, Mary. I went to hygiene class. I know where babies come from. Come on, Mary. I'm your best friend. Tell me the truth.
I'm sorry, it won't be long till you can rest. Are you hungry?
Not really, but I do have this annoying pain in my back. And it just kind of comes and goes, you know.
I'm sorry, it won't be long.
Sorry, mister. There's not a single town in this whole darn town on a case of that tax thing. But you can have a complimentary toothbrush.
Mary, are you all right?
Oh, yeah, it's just a pain. It'll go away in a minute. And you can have one of these little mouthwashes. They're not the kind that make you smell medicine, you know. Joseph, I think I may be going into labor. Oh dear, what do I do? Tear sheets? Boil water? What?
Okay, Lamal's manual. Mary, here's the rhythm. Mister, she's got to lie down.
I'm new here. Any place is fine. Okay. Let me think. There's a garage out back. It's not much, but it's warm, and there's a cot over in the corner. I'm gonna get it ready for you. I'm new here.
Are you all right?
Just help me find a place to lie down.
It won't be long. He's finding you a place.
Okay.
Get ready to open presents.
No, a present.
Just one.
Yeah, boo-boo.
Well, what you doing?
Trying to find it. Okay, let's see, Zachary gets to go first.
Can you have them turn around and face the camera?
Okay, you just hold it. Zachary, can you scoot out? Yeah. Here, Zachary.
Okay.
Joshua,
Look out.
you're still in the way.
I hope it's gonna be cool. Should it better be? Yeah. I'm gonna be happy.
What is it?
It's for boys and girls.
No. Not till I say it.
Joshua.
Joshua, move, please. Can y'all
Caleb.
Don't be going up.
I guess that means he liked it.
Come here, Zach. Bring it to Mama. I'll show you your people. Don't open it yet, Kenny. Okay. That's a school bus.
That's good bus.
And looky, you got people that go in your school bus.
Yeah, even the dog.
And one little boy is in a wheelchair. You're just welcome back.
Mom, I can open my
And they have
mouth.
spots.
Mom, now what?
Almost. Hold on, we gotta open up Zachary's little people. There's one. Put him in your bus.
Oh, those people are bus. It's a magic school bus.
They sure are.
No. It's a magic school bus.
Oh, the wheelchair goes in the back, Chris.
Oh.
See, and then the door comes out as a ramp.
That's for the kids that got in a wheelchair. Children's wheelchair. Here. What one is? Oh. I love it! Look.
What is it? What is it?
Look.
It's a magnet doodle. Does
From
you
the
have
back.
a knife or something?
Sure don't.
Now is it my turn?
No, not yet. Joshua, can you run and get us the knife?
Mama. Nobody open my present. Hey, minute. Messi got a present too. Messi got a present.
Uh-huh.
Hey, Josh, guess what? Messi got a present too.
Thank you, Josh.
Did Jack open my present?
Oh, I did. I tore it a little bit when I was getting it out from behind the tree.
Okay.
Back out so we can pull it out here.
It's in there. Awesome.
See, look, and you write on it. Write something on there.
Okay, will you take this off?
I was hoping you weren't feeling like daydreaming.
Now slide the thing over.
I can't take it out. Okay. Hey, look. Take a look.
Did you get it out? And Chris, we have another magnetic kit that you can use that goes to Chris's Ghost Rider that you'll like.
Is that faster?
That just magically erases. So Caleb, was that an okay gift?
Is it okay if I rip mine?
Yeah, but you have to get in front of the camera. This is to Joshua from Mom and Dad. He's not looking.
Caleb, can you move?
That's for little kids too. Thanks, Mom.
Did you see on the picture? Look on the pictures. That's what all you can build.
So I already have that.
Well, it has all the things you need to put that together.
Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Dad.
You're welcome. I hope you enjoy it.
My daddy will help you break them all apart and stuff in just a little bit, okay? Okay. Did everybody enjoy their gifts?
Yep.
Oh, excuse me, did you have your hand raised?
Okay.
Oh,
What
okay.
about Dad? Okay, Chris, you gotta get the camera. With your camera
Your daddy's
is
got the camera. Okay.
camera. Let's see.
Can I go? Thank you, Mama. All right.
Yes, now we got a
Cool.
Hamptons movie.
Thank y'all.
You're welcome.
Cool.
Now we have a concert.
Okay, now who wants to get Daddy's present?
Me.
Yeah, 'cause I need them screwdrivers.
Yeah, you.
Yeah, Dad, the boys got you this special gift.
Screwdrivers. And I need these screwdrivers. And I just want to let you guys know right now that I'm going to use these screwdrivers, okay? I'll just take them out and put them right in my toolbox. And when we need a screwdriver, bang, we got one, okay? I just want to say thanks for the screwdrivers right now. Because I really appreciate it. There ain't no screwdrivers! It's a Barbie! I don't want no stinking Barbie! Oh, I don't think so! 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 I can't believe you guys got me a Barbie. Man, I thought they were screwdrivers.
Well, Dad, since they got you Barbie, why don't we got 2 other small gifts back there?
Okay. All right. Okay. Where are they?
Back against the wall. No, on the fireplace.
Barbie.
Against the wall. Okay. Just one, that one's from me to you. Caleb, there's your one more to open.
Okay. It's a Barbie.
No.
It says it's screwdriver. Now this is this. I can tell already.
Well, open it up and look at your Barbie. Ah!
Hey.
Hey.
Caleb, what is it?
A Barbie. Barbie.
Not very funny, Dad.
I'm gonna throw it out the street.
No, y'all don't throw it out in the street.
That's yours.
No,
You can go play Barbies now. I can't believe you guys got me Barbie, man.
You won the Barbie.
Mom, you can have my Barbie.
Okay.
Here's mine. You can have it.
Okay, I guess I'm getting ready.
Caleb, move out of the way, please.
What could it be? What could it be? Wait, how's my gonna look?
Fine. You got that one flippy thing in it, but it looks good.
Got that what?
Nothing.
No. I see the color.
Yes! This is the right one.
What is it?
Oh my gosh! Barbara Streisand's new CD!
Oh.
No.
Where did you get that at?
Oh, I got it at home. Long time ago.
Well, Merry Christmas, everybody.
Thank you.
Don't you want to open one, Daddy?
I did. My Barbie. I opened my Barbie. I thought it was screwdrivers.
Daddy. Bill.
Yes, ma'am. Gary, you're being paid.
Kind of your dad thing.
Hey, Mama, was Leroy invited? And?
He said,
Okay, Larry, when you're ready.
Father, thank you for this time together, and we just praise you for another year and for the blessings. And thank you for protecting Gary during the wreck that he had this morning.
Yes.
And pray for the family of this other gentleman. And we just thank you for all your blessings and your care for us. And thank you that you even allow us to have things sometimes we just want and don't need. And thank you for Christmas, which gives us an opportunity to give to each other. Appreciate, and we thank you for this food that we're about to eat. In Jesus' name. Amen.
And Ben is first. Let's get this, Deb.
Okay.
Em's ahead of
Hey,
him.
Ben.
Who's first? Look here, Kat.
Ben, is that your first taco?
Yes.
Let's see, is the nose growing? Emily, how'd you make yours so
I
fast?
made it before we prayed.
Oh, she must still consider herself a children.
Yeah. Medium adult.
6. That used to be 2 crayons.
Josh. You don't want to make everybody a glass except for me and Larry.
Condition.
What was that, Debbie?
I made everybody a glass except for me and Larry.
Oh, well, I guess that could say a lot.
Yeah.
That could speak volumes.
Yeah.
Very selfless.
Yeah.
But you see, yeah, when
Here, let's get my big Christmas card thing.
one on the top, one on the bottom at Dutch, and one here that so I have to use
I completed the arch today.
She sends out a bunch of cards so she can see how many she can get. And if you don't send her one back, she'll quit sending you one.
I know.
She gets an attitude.
Leanne said, hey, she said, did I get blackballed? I didn't get a Christmas card. No, she didn't get blackballed.
Isn't this adorable?
Yes, it is. Oh, here's some more medium adults. Oh, they're holding the tiny adults. Hello, Miss Brianna Joy. Hello, darling.
Smile for camera.
Hello, sugar.
You got what?
That's a happy to you.
Oh, yeah. You blew them out.
At Thanksgiving, I had a turkey that was a candle and it was lit, and he said, "That's a happy to you duck." Who's this?
Hi.
Hi. Merry Christmas.
You too.
Okay, I won't film. I just got to film presents. More presents. Presents.
It's pretty neat.
What?
And when I see stuff like
I hate Zachary. Zachary.
Yeah, we go everywhere. Matter of fact, I wore out a set of tires on the way in. But that was my fault. I didn't rotate them. I got it rotated back 2 months ago. Yeah, we finally got it. Instructions will scallop, man. Fast. They'll scallop within 10,000 miles. They'll ruin if you don't rotate them. Well, I like it because you don't spend a lot of money aligning them. For one, I mean, you don't have to spend, there's very few parts. Like Chevrolets, for instance, they're more intricate than Fords. You know, they got that, well, yeah.
but I mean, the geometry of the twin Ivies.
I don't think, I'm not for sure. I'm not sure if mine's got the I-beam on the newer models. I haven't even been under there, but I don't know if it does. I know the 79 did.
Oh, I think they
It still did. I'm not sure. I haven't looked at
See,
it.
you can put one in on the front end machine and line the front end and get up and stand on the bumper and change it. Because from the front end machine down, the wheels.
I know, it's kind of strange. When I aligned that 79, they put it up on the machine, and it wasn't a alignment machine. They got it and used the chalk, you know, and then the chalk, you know, done it that way. I was like, man, that don't seem kind of
Oh my God.
Roll the wheel and chalk mark,
Yeah, they will put it so in. Yeah, well, see, you don't actually line those I-beams, you do a toe. And it rides real smooth, I mean, for what it is.
I got mine.
No, not yet. No, they need it.
Oh, you do? Is that the picture again?
Tell
Right, I thought when you went to radio cars, they rolled. Everything all in here to do it. Towed in, that just keeps the slack and keep that pulled in. Because of what the sidewall is on the radio car.
I don't know, you're probably right about this, especially because you can drive a Chevy about 90 miles an hour and not have a shake. But I get that one up to about 85, close to 90. We gotta go, man. Well, I can make it to Tulsa. I can make it to Tulsa from here. If I do on turnpike, it's an hour. I'd rather than an hour. That's moving.
Yeah, that's awesome. You're about 88 miles
from the Tulsa. If you set it on 85 or 90, you're there. And 90, in my club wagon, is nothing. As long as I can stop and be pulled over.
Yeah, we're going ahead.
But
that's what I like Cadillac. It does loaded. It's wonderful.
When they first started making that point,
He said real slow.
they figured out you have to line the food if you don't loaded the most, you need to line from you with the amount of weight on it.
Yeah, especially ride like a Cadillac when you go going night.
Hey, Dad.
Did you get it open yet?
It's ready. I don't know.
Jared, you got a little small Phillips screwdriver out of the garage?
Yeah, I sure do.
In the toolbox?
What is it?
We changed them all. They sat in there with no special food. We cut that nut off and get that old pin and cut out the bottom. And
I like that.
that was some of the old
Not too long a time.
Yeah, I do. She doesn't know what of the pressure of.
But they
Okay, Kayla, go. Hurry, hurry. I'm not for sure. I don't know. You're nearly okay.
Man, they didn't realize that was it.
Here, right here. Right here. Right here on the table. I found someone's leg and it's back.
Are you the last one in the keyboard?
Hey, Caleb, you got one more to open.
Got one more.
He's ready to go.
Santa, come up here so we can watch you.
Let me see the microphone.
Here's Grandma, she said, Mom, you didn't like her.
But you know,
They are so patient. I mean, remember when everybody wanted to open their presents?
I want to see it.
Hannah's turn.
There's a black trash bag.
Papa says right over here's how.
Turn around on the other side and I'll see it.
I guess you can sit here and go around the room and
Thanks, everybody.
This is yours for Grandpa. Oh, you did, you're fine. I did too.
I don't know if it might have. The way it did,
It's a pretty good one. We went to
one of them
I was just when I was there. And I just wrapped up.
yeah, not regular fries.
Okay, Debbie.
We went into that Ross because we had bought the little journal. Yeah, I didn't like that one. And Norman said this. There's one up on Memorial Day.
Okay, Paul.
An Easter drink. I paid $19 for it.
Hey, Billy. You gonna play?
Did you get it open?
We'll wait till everything calms down.
Who's next? Is Olivia younger than Ashley?
She's black. Sure is.
You'll like it too.
Hey, Mommy.
It's okay.
Well, I can take pictures.
They go in your auto. There's auto cover over there. Nothing like the ice cream. Nothing like the ice cream. I got over here too, and she's still right there.
What is it? Annie?
She said, I said, Kathy. Oh, didn't?
I sure would say you couldn't tell. Where does it say? I looked over to make sure. Thinking that's right.
Well, what do you think about this, Greg?
I actually didn't say about it. I wasn't there when she got it.
That doesn't look right on the front.
No, it doesn't.
It's just a little black girl on the, look, it's a little black girl on the side of the box.
Them lips are pretty bright though.
That's all you get.
Not prejudiced.
There it is.
Wouldn't that make
She don't care. That's what.
Was it Angel that won? Angel was disappointed because Olivia wasn't.
That's the robot.
Yeah. Karaoke.
Alright, are you gonna sing us a song?
You love that baby, don't you?
Are you having developed already? Did it turn out good?
15 minutes.
It may not be panoramic.
Barbie after Casey.
Oh, look at that.
one wheel, rear wheel that's
That's the after this one will be Angel.
Well, you go out there and buy my
Hey Joshua, can you scoot back a little bit? Can you scoot back a little bit? Right there, right there. Thanks.
Oh, is she beautiful?
What is that, Libby? Is that a bear? What is it? Isn't that beautiful?
Teddy cat.
I thought we popped that door open.
No.
Whose is it?
Emily. No.
Grandma. Mother.
Who is that?
It's Doki Doki. Doki Doki.
Doki Doki?
All right.
That's how he does, isn't
Yeah.
These are.
All right.
You want to leave the stick on everything here? Okay. That way you don't lose.
Nephew only had another game. Huh.
Listen to what her baby says.
Now that's from Aunt Leanne.
Oh, cereal.
Leanne, who's that?
Yes, I know you just love cereal.
I'll give her a look. Andy, open that present for her.
She was good. That's a trick here.
You want presents? What is in there?
One of the controls. Cool. Look at it.
And then you got a box of cereal. And then you got a box of cereal.
Some kind of game?
Why would we do anything like that?
Chris, it's not a game, so don't be disappointed.
No, I mean, it's as a joke.
Oh.
He meant, is it a game?
It's a joke.
Is that the same one you ordered?
No, it's a different one. Isn't it? Huh?
Well, I got the
Chris, it's the same one or it's a different one?
Well, it's the exact same except for back here it has a heart.
Well, Chris, hey, Kathy, on that one, we can draw a mustache on her and make it mustache.
Yeah.
We can paint her hair red, make her brunette.
Yeah.
Princess Ashley.
Princess Ashley.
Yeah, he's filming you.
What's that movie?
In about 10 or 15 minutes.
All right.
What is it, Christopher?
Oh, it's our show. Ace Ventura, Pet Detective.
Billy pulled the cellophane off of both of them.
I was gonna have Holly bring shrink wrap.
What?
And then I knew I needed to get it wrapped and get it.
But they used to have them go out.
That's mine.
Here's how you turn it on.
Hannah, that is a really cool vacuum sweeper. Yeah.
No, I was just for the trees.
All right.
And we got Dumb and Dumber and Liar, Liar and Liar. Liar, Liar, and Dumber, Dumber. Where's
Dumber,
birthday?
Dumber, and Liar, and Liar. and Stupid.
That's just descriptive.
So let Matt know.
Angels, Daisy's, two fairies, two angels.
Oh, gosh.
What she said.
You got a blue one?
Hannah. 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 Can you back up just a little bit? Thank you.
That's what I'm saying. So when you play it,
Got more.
Whoa. That's cool. I saw that at Toys R Us.
I thought this was a wonderful object. Whoa, whoa,
I did have too many. When I did this, that's what I missed.
That smell party? That smell party?
Good.
Chris, does the button stick on that one too? I saw you pushing that button. I saw you pushing that button.
Smells really good. Is that woman's or men's?
So is it for women or men? Hey Kathy, you see how Josh was opening this box? Hope you wasn't wanting to save it. Hope you wasn't wanting to save that box. Well, it's too late now. It's too late.
Well, you'd think that we were still eating, but actually Leanne's the only one. I was going to show what everything looks like after, but I didn't realize I'm about out of tape, so I got to hurry. This is what it looks like after Christmas. It's kind of a big mess.
And she was just letting him ring and she got away.
Everyone say Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Look who's still eating.
Yeah, I know. I already got that. Still eating, is that what you said?
Still eating.
Yeah.
Number 5.
Merry Christmas.
Get down there and you try to tell Troy,
Stop.